All right, welcome back to Port Macquarie Regional Stadium. We've got a women's 20s clash. Penrith and Orange. It's a battle of the West, battle of either sides of the Blue Mountains, and we'll see what both of these teams can come up with. I haven't seen too much of either of these teams, but knowing both of these clubs, plenty of junior talent coming out of both. You've got Penrith, which is really a mainstay in State Cup, and then you've also got Orange, who through Joel Begnall and his team at Orange Touch Association have done some magnificent work over the last few years to build out the juniors.
Yeah, they certainly have, and expect the Prestwich twins there. There's actually triplets, but and there she
Orange
goes through.
Straight through the middle, and that will be awarded. That'll be a try. So opening up the bank account, Orange scoring first with 1-0.
Yeah, fantastic work there, and the coach over in the box there, you've got Junior Prestwich, who's done a lot of work out there. His three girls have have built have been the nucleus of their 18s and 20s team over the last few years, and really good to see these guys out here plying their trade on the big stage.
So Penrith now with the ball, looking to hit straight back, as referee dragging the Orange players back into the 7-metre zone. As Orange is coming up, making that touch, and Penrith now will look to just take their time, set themselves up, drag those defenders out off the line, picked up from half, scoops, passes, out to the wing, and that is touch 6, so that's a turnover, and Orange working it off their own line, and they'll look to work all the way over to the far side of the field, where they'll get a few fresh legs onto the field as they go down for touch number 2, working their way.
Bit clunky towards that third touch, but they're getting it back here with this latch play now, and they should have a really good end to this set here.
Orange up the middle, 5th touch called by the referee. They're working through, straight up the middle. It's opened up again.
Oh, she was looking for the cut line, and very intelligent play there, and just missed the assignment. The link and the winger got themselves muddled there. But, impressive start already from Orange. But let's see what Penrith can do. They really need to try and get back into this middle third battle that, at the moment, even in early days, Orange seem to be dominating. Yeah,
Orange is looking the goods at the moment. That being said, it's only early days. It's only 1-0, but Penrith will really need to start to open up a little bit, to give themselves a little bit of confidence as well, because in these divisions, you've got young girls playing at the highest level, and it's all about confidence in these games as well, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And the more you play together, the better combination that you have, and it'll sort of show. And the Prestwich girls, were on in that set, and they sort of were fairly seamless in the way that they combined together. And they've had a lot of experience, this Orange team, of playing together over the last few years. So you see all their plays, their line attack is super smooth, and they're very coordinated. Yeah,
it just looks like something's going to happen every time they're at the line. Whereas with Penrith, they look like they're just going through the motions a little bit and working through. And touch 6 called by the referee. I think they were just looking at some substitutions and what was going to happen. But Penrith will look to get up the other end of the field. And again, if you're in the fight, you work your way up. Anything can happen as Penrith. Probably just taking a little bit more just to get into the groove of the game. And we'll see what they can come up with as they work up the middle of the field. So touch 4, I believe that is. And unlucky. There may have been a foot there or so, but the referees called the ball down. So Orange will look to extend the lead as they work their way up. Touch 2, just short of the halfway line as they work up the middle of the field. Players called offside, so they should be able to work their way up the middle a little bit faster, a little bit further as they're working their way and making their 5th touch called by the referee. Ball back on the inside, and that just opened up all too easily. And Orange go up 2 tries to 0.
Yeah, nice little late switch there, play, and Prestwich does the rest and gets the touchdown for Orange. And they just seem at the moment to have too much class, for Penrith already, in terms of their, the smoothness and and their repeat set plays. They're very coordinated, and Penrith need to just really settle down. Luke, just get down the other end, and if they can't score, just leave the ball down there and make it harder, for Orange to truck out of their end.
So referees found a penalty.
And that's a very relieving penalty there for Penrith. And let's see what they can put together in this back end set.
Yeah,
repeat.
It's one where they've got an extra set of 6 on the line, and they'll work through it. And Penrith taking the ball down through the number 4, diving for the line. Referees called the Orange player offside, and number 4, Ava Diaz, brings Penrith back into the game with a magnificent try.
And that will be, a real relief for Penrith to just sort of arrest the momentum that was being created in this game. And they just proved themselves. They get on the 7, they're as good as anyone, and they can really do some damage. So well done to Penrith.
Orange taking no time to get back in there, straight onto it, sprinting that ball straight back up to get back up there to try and put another try on. So they flicked it up. Long ball out to the wing. Oh, just put down on the wing. So, excellent play. The right idea coming in.
Yeah, Demi Owens with the big right to left there. Nelly did some damage. So, they've got a lot of variety in their attack, Orange. And, really nice to see that long ball on display then.
Should be one to watch the 88 in the middle of the field. And I dare say that is a penalty to Penrith. So, Penrith starting to get a little bit more of the momentum. A couple of the decisions. That's sometimes what happens. You might score a try or two, and then suddenly you start putting yourself in the position to earn a penalty or two. So, Penrith going through their motions with Linford, back to number 44, who's Indiana Carroll with the ball. Steps, Jinx, number 5 in the back with Wommel. Back on the inside, Wommel, straight down the middle. Isn't she happy about that one as well?
Yeah, fantastic piece of play. Well-worked play from the Penrith Panthers. Really hitting back strongly here. And, we've got a game on our hands here, Luke.
Yeah, well, all the momentum in the first 4 or 5 minutes or so was with Orange. Penrith looked at all sorts. And it's almost like that first try that they scored really brought them back into it, didn't it? Yeah,
they settled down, and now they're sort of back into their rhythm and sort of getting a gauge on the speed of the game.
Yeah, you might get those jitters. I'm not sure how many games these girls may have played on the stadium this tournament or before. So, it's a little bit different playing on the stadium than when you're playing out, on field 3, 4, 5 or any of the fields out the back. You've got a crowd. It's you've got the scoreboard. You've got the commentators calling your names, and it's the pressure's on a little bit. So Penrith making the touch, excellent defence. I think that was number 10 from Penrith, Taya Moore, getting back on side and making the touch and doing what's expected.
Yeah, doing a really good job there, because Katie and Hayley Prestwich are very, very good at their little quickies. So that was very, very, very well diffused by the Penrith Panthers.
So Penrith up the middle with Moore, working their waist, flicks it back on the inside. Touched in the middle, going down with number 11, Telfer. Telfer back on the inside. Into half goes Telfer.
I like the way they're trying to recycle the footy here, the Penrith Panthers. They're looking to pass it at any and every opportunity, and it's really entertaining.
They're throwing it around. It's creating an indecision for Orange, really, isn't it? It's sort of like if you're watching a rugby league game and you're seeing majority of offloads, it's really tiring them out and keeping them busy. So we'll see what Penrith can do and if they keep that up. But it looks like they've got the confidence. Their heads are up, the shoulders are back, and they're ready to play.
Yeah, no, this is much, much better from Penrith now, and this is unfolding into a very, very good contest here, Luke.
So almost 10 minutes gone. We're almost through the first third of the match as Orange will look to steady the ship, bring it back up the middle of the field through the number 88. Ball thrown out to the wing. She's got a clean set of heels, the number 4. That's Jess Wardrobe down the wing.
And again, the ball playing ability of Demi Owens with that beautiful right to left. She threatened a little earlier, didn't she, Luke? And now for her to put one, on the chest of her winger was fantastic. And didn't she show some speed? Get down that side of the field. And
that ball really was one which forced the winger, number 4, Jess Wardrobe, to run onto that one. It was put 100%. Out in front of her. It reminded me a little bit of when you had those older league players like Danny Badiris and the like, throwing it out in front and forcing the players to really run onto it. So
100%.
She was running onto it, and that's what put her ahead of those defenders. and made sure that she was in to score in the corner. So Penrith will look to hit back. They're on the line, working their way around. As they step around, dummy thrown. I thought she could have gone it herself.
Yeah, she could. Really, really good piece of play from Indy Carroll, who provided that opportunity for Wommel again to, perhaps score that try. But she looks like a likely customer to, Indy. She's, got some good hands and good feet, and seems to be, a focal point of the Penrith attack. So we'll keep an eye on her as this game unfolds.
I dare say Aaliyah Wommel, she'll be one to watch as well. Little link out here in the number 5, so keep your eyes on her.
Box, isn't she?
She knows what she's doing, and she's here to play as well. She's bouncing around, she's up on the toes, she's ready to play. But we'll see what Orange can come up with now as the ball's thrown out the back.
A bit of an attempt at a passive there. They really didn't have enough space to sort of run that play.
So Orange passes it back in. They do have the numbers, but can't quite get the hands to the ball to shift it nice and quick.
Yeah, this is a really good quality contest between two really willing teams here, Luke, and you've got everything to play for. It is finals day, interesting to see what happens from here.
Budgie Smugglers finals day here in beautiful Port Macquarie at Port Macquarie Regional Stadium, as the number 77 from Penrith, Tia Jane Golding, scoops the ball out of half and then decides to run to the sub box and say, I'll have a spell. Give me some water and I'll get back on in a minute. As Penrith, up the middle of the field, scooped up from half, looks back on the inside, touch made, so nothing too much doing. The referee may have found a forward pass. It may have drifted forward. The angles from where we are aren't too inviting, so it's not one I'm going to comment on. As Orange will look to work it out of their own end. Working towards that substitution area. And we'll see a few fresh legs get onto the field as they work it over, flicked out. And this momentum looks to have swung just a little bit back towards the Orange Thunder.
Yeah, definitely. It's early days yet, isn't it, Luke? Oh, nice direct line there. Fantastic play. And very, very unlucky. Nice work from Josie Clark.
Josie Clark, yeah. She's scooped it up and almost opened everyone up. Just couldn't get through that last player, but I think it was Lara Clark, and I dare say they may be related, given that their numbers are very close with 0 and number 1. So we'll see what they can come up with. As Penrith, unfortunately, put down by Wommel, so they'll have to really defend and dig deep in this set of 6, Penrith.
Yeah, they'll have to work really, really hard to to keep the Orange Thunder out at this stage, and they're looking to make some substitutions here. Interesting to see who Junior Prestwich brings on. I think it'd be definitely, Kitty will come out here, I think, and try and cause some issues here for them. Now, here's 88 again.
88 out to the wing, and Demi Owens looking dangerous every time she has the ball. She scoops it up. She's almost reminds me a little bit of like a Logan Flanagan style player.
Yep,
tall, strong, and being able to throw that long ball.
Hayley Prestwich on the sweep. Looking long.
And touch made in the corner, so we'll turn it over.
Great defence. Really, really, really good defence from, who's that, Casey McQuincy? McQueenie? Yep. Nice job. Yeah, really, really good job.
So Penrith.
She read that well, got out nicely.
She did, and she made the touch and made sure that they weren't able to get in there. So Penrith really looking to swing that momentum back as we come up towards the halfway mark of the field, and we're almost at the halfway mark of the match as well. As stepping off, 5th touch called by the referee, so Golding stepping around, and that's touch 6. Looking for a penalty, seeing if there's any of those players offside, but the referee says no, they've made it back, and we'll keep working towards and swapping it over for Orange to have a run. So Orange coming out of their own end and making their way up the field, probably not as quick as what they were moving in the first 15 minutes or so, but they're still working their way up, and they're into the opposition's half of the field.
Oh, great kick.
That's a good play, but I think the referee may have found that ball's rolled forward, so it's a lost ball in the ruck area.
Yeah, it was, but it was a really nice strike dump from Hope Gibson, who was unlucky not to come off there because lurking from acting half was going to be Kitty Prestwich, who, is a very, very talented young player, and she could have caused some issues there for the Penrith defence.
All right, so it's Hutchings with the ball. Watch out for her. She looks to know what she's doing out there, steering them away around as Hutchings into half, and she'll go back into half as the ball's played. Passed up, 5th touch, looking down the wing. She's going down, nice and quick, and
A little forward pass, I'm thinking there, Luke.
It definitely looked flat, didn't it?
Yeah, but a nice little sneaky play down the short side. Nice to see the girls executing one of the vogue plays at the moment. And yeah, well done.
I think if you give Ava Diaz too much room on the wing, I don't think there'll be many catching her.
Later.
Even though she has that knee strapped up, I'm sure that's precautionary because she seems to be moving pretty well. As Orange looking to move the ball around with Griffiths playing it. 11 is Gibson flicking it back. So Orange on the attack. They've got their fresh legs onto the field. Ball flicked back on the inside. Just holding onto it is Lara Clark. Holding onto it again, picking it up around the bootlaces. And 5th touch has been called by the referee. So it doesn't look like there's too much more. And I think Orange says, yep, we'll turn it over there. Make you work all the way back to the other side of the field if you want a substitution.
Yeah, definitely. All part of the game plan and, very sound tactics there from the Orange box.
So, Penrith, what can they come up with as they work their way through? Fresh legs from Penrith onto the field. They're moving it around through number 11, Telfer. Scooped up from half. Telfer with the ball. Just losing that one forward. And it's a late pass, I believe, from the number 26 in for here. So, Orange, again, will have a chance to see what they can do. Orange up by 1 try at the moment. They'll look to try and extend that as we come into the back end of this game. As Orange working their way. They're looking very good. They've got good shape. The players are all spread out like a big aeroplane wing, as we say to the juniors. Spread out, get down in those positions. They're looking very, very good in the attack at the moment. As Orange dumping the ball. Quick play back on the inside.
Another penalty. Would like to see him play a little advantage, a little more there. But, right decision. And let's see what the big guns of this Orange team can put together here with the press switch twins out there with Hope Gibson. Yeah,
I think the pass from dummy half in that one might have looked a little bit suspect as well. So
exactly, right decision.
You can't play on from that, so we'll keep 100%. Going. And in to score is the number 9 from Orange, Hayley Presswich. Just happened all too easily.
Yeah, nice little out ball. That's a nice little set piece from the Orange Thunder. And, they extend their lead now to three touchdowns to 2.
3-2, or I think we might even be at 4-2. So we'll have a look and see. The scoreboard in the stadium might be a little bit jammed at the moment.
Yeah,
so
the
we'll
scoreboard's
see
throwing me a dummy. Come on, scoreboard attendants, get to work.
Yeah, it's making us look good here. So we'll keep going as Penrith will look to hit back and we'll work their way up. So Penrith have the ball. And they're going to be looking to hit back. They don't want this to get too far away from them because they were looking really good. Long ball over the top. And I think the referees found that one's gone a little bit forward. Yep. So Orange will have another chance to work their way through and work their way up. And for Orange at the moment, Carly, I think it's very much a case of let's try and spread this score line out a little bit so we can
they're just sticking to their processes. They're rolling through their sets. This is their most impressive set, I think. The exit set coming, out of their own end for a while now. Just the back end killing there wasn't as good as it needed to be, but their first 3 were excellent. And I think Junior Presswich would be over there sort of saying to his troops, let's just make sure that our back end is as good as those first 3, and then we're going to give ourselves every chance. So I think the Penrith rucking pack near, they get a little bit isolated and they get jammed up if there's a hard press. So they may need to make a couple of adjustments there, Luke.
Yeah, and they just need to get their way up to the other end of the field. We saw Orange with a repeat set just taking advantage of it. As they go up the middle of the field, that ball has gone slightly forward.
6 to go, yeah.
So they're going to get away with 1, and sometimes that's all you need. That may have just been backwards out of the hands and drifted forward. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that one. But sometimes in these ones, it's a matter of working through it. Now, player has tapped the ball under the new 8th edition rules.
Yep.
The players are just told to go back and play it correctly, which I think is a really good step forward for the sport. Yeah,
I think because sometimes you can forget, what it is, or you don't hear the communication from the referee sometimes, and
I think it's a good step to just say no. There's no advantage gained out of it. Just go back, play the ball, and let's get on with it. So Penrith looking to score here. They throw it out to the wing, and it looks like the touch was made. So
that was very close, yeah.
Very close. If that ball was maybe a little bit further in front, or she was a little bit lower, she may have got in there. But
yeah, she needed to be a little bit lower, Luke.
You can't discredit the defence either.
Yeah, fantastic, D.
Excellent defence from the number 4 in Jess Wardrobe. So 43. Milena Brace with the ball now. She'll play it, and she won't play it. She'll turn it over on touch 6. But again, they've put the ball down over this side of the field and saying to Orange, if you're going to sub, you've got to take it all the way over the other side.
Definitely.
So Penrith in defence will be looking to hold them out as Orange coming off, and we've got some definite superstars in both of these sides of the future working their way through as referee calls 5th touch. Ball's thrown out to the link in 88. In Demi Owens, not too much to do there. I think her best position on the field is really up on that scoreline, attacking so she can get in those static plays. Yeah,
the Orange exit sets are a little bit sideways at the moment. They need to probably drive that first one more direct and forward to just create the momentum, and then they can move the ball to the box. And I think that's probably, over the last few minutes, they haven't been doing that as well as they started the game doing.
So Bonner with the ball.
Little overlap here.
Passing it out, and that will be 6th touch. So we'll turn that one over. Forward pass on that last one. So Orange with a shot to work their way back out at the end and get some fresh legs onto the field. So there's still plenty to play for. We've still got around 8 minutes to go. But Penrith really looking to be, and will need to be, that next team to score. I dare say it's all about confidence in these are junior divisions, sorry, not lower divisions,
nice
the junior divisions.
Play.
Good play, and that should be a turnover. No, they've called the touch, so we've got...
Yeah, yep.
We'll continue on. But I dare say if Orange was to go in here, it might be a little bit too far to go as they flick it back on the inside through number 5. Lucy Dean is in to score.
Yeah, and that's that combination I've seen a lot over the last few years between Kitty Prestwich and Lucy Dean. It's like a really, really well-worked play. A lot of these girls have been friends for many years, have come through the junior ranks together, and it's great that they're sticking together, and doing a really, really good job for Orange Touch and, putting them on the map, so to speak, Luke.
So score is Orange 5, Penrith 2, and they're going to be working their way up as Penrith will really need to be the next team to score if they're going to get through this 3-try deficit. As Penrith working their way, they're looking good, nice and quick. 5th touch called by the referee, and Carroll will play it, picks it back up, scooped up and shoveled out. So, Orange, next few minutes, very important if they want to work their way into a semi-final today on Budgie Smugglers Finals Day. They'll need to work their way very hard and make sure Penrith don't give them a sniff, because of this Penrith side, we've seen what they can do. If they get one, they'll be looking for 2 or 3 more. 5th touch called by the referee. Pass back on the inside. Owens flicks it back out. Not quite happening at the moment, although they are 3 up, so they have the opportunity to throw a few of those around and see what they can do.
Yeah. There's probably some space back on the inside from a middle there, taking the ball away and then maybe just checking it back on the inside. There's a few cheap meters back in that inside channel around touch 3. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Orange have spotted that and exploit that as the game goes on.
Definitely, as Penrith just being stood up a little bit there,
nice play
coming through. A little dummy thrown by the number 43, Milena Brace.
Doing some great work in there.
Looks like they've got the numbers on this side. If they can get the ball out to the wing, unfortunately didn't quite come off. Right idea, and touch and pass is called. So Orange looking really good in defence, and then they're definitely saying, we're not here to let you in, because we don't want to lower this score. Yeah,
but I was really impressed with Brace there in terms of like the work that she was doing, in and around the ruck. Smart little player there, and great to see so many young players making their mark here at the State Cup, Luke.
Yeah, they're here to play, and on Budgie Smugglers Finals Day, everyone's here to play and they're here to get the win, and anything can happen. So we've still got enough time for Penrith to hit back, but if Orange were to be the next to score, I think it might be just a little bit too far to go as Orange throws that ball out.
Yeah, sticking to their policy, which is obviously finish the ball over on our sideline as much as possible, and that's really good discipline from the Orange girls, because sometimes you see half an opportunity and you might want to go away from the structure, and that's a sign of a very disciplined and well-structured team.
So Penrith now with the opportunity, and she's caught a dummy half. I don't think she's going to give it up though, and the defence offside. So Penrith getting away with one. Don't think the player was in too much of a hurry to tell the referee she was dummy half as well in Telfer. But that's football, and that's all part of the game as we work through. Penrith will look to go through, throws it out to the wing. She's down the side, ball thrown back on the inside.
Oh, that's spectacular.
McQueenie.
And that last pass, there's a question mark over it. Yeah, she was forward. I was hoping they'd let the girls play, Luke, because it was a spectacular piece of play. But yeah, in my heart, I knew that pass was forward. But anyway.
Just awarded refs. Just awarded. It was excellent play, but there's no doubt. We just saw the replay, and there's no doubt it went forward. But it's good to see the Penrith are still have the attacking
they're firing
play.
salvos. They're having a go, and they're not giving up. And that's what we want to see all the time, because you've always got something to play for. Oh.
And I think there may have been a few choice words said from maybe the sub box, and they've been marched another 10 metres, although not too much changes. If you're running it off your own 7, or you're running it 10 metres forward of there, it's not too much, but yeah, we don't want to see that. So action taken by the referees, and I think that'll nip it in the bud. We only have 3 minutes to go, so let's see what they can do now. As Orange will look to extend the lead, pass back on the inside, diving touch.
What a good touch.
It's a great touch from Indiana Carroll.
Yeah, she's probably been Penrith's best, Luke, and she's not giving up one bit here.
Those players and those plays, when you're 3 tries down, show that how much this tournament and how much your team means to you. Penrith still defending, ball back on the inside, and Carroll with the touch again. So getting through a mountain of work, the women from the mountains, as the Orange Thunder will look to put one more try on the scoreboard. Ball thrown out and touch made. So Penrith really need to be the next to score. If they're going to have any chance of winning this match, they need to score in this set. So let's see what they can do. Through 77, up the middle, back on the inside to Hutchings. Hutchings will pick that ball up, and she's had that ball passed to her. As Brace with the ball, Hutchings into half, back to Diaz. Thrown out to the wing. She's down the wing, and unfortunately she's just put a toe on the sideline. So not too much longer to go, but Orange holding on, making sure that Penrith don't get that sniff they need to get into a groove to potentially take this win away from them. Thrown out. Owens into half. Good step around, and Penrith looking.
Nice extra metres there, and they're really wanting to finish here strongly with a touchdown, I think, here, Luke. So they're working hard, looking for that 7 metre strike dump. She's going to show a clean pair of heels and doesn't need to. And
that was all too easy. It just opened up.
Yeah, Lily Clark, fantastic piece of work, and yeah, really, really deserved that try. She's been one of the unsung heroes here for the Orange Thunder, and nice to see her get a name on the score sheet.
Yeah, she can play, and she stepped it around and made sure she's put her name on the score sheet. And Penrith, they've played well. You can't discredit their efforts.
Yep.
They've just come up against the side today, which was good at the start. They dropped off a little bit and let Penrith back in. But then I dare say the coaching staff of Orange probably had a few words to say and said, look, let's see what they can do. Penrith, ball goes over the top. It has gone forward.
It has gone forward, but the Penrith team can take a lot of heart out of this performance, because a lot of their attacking options were correct. The execution was just off a little bit at times, but classy performance here from the Orange Thunder, and they will be extremely hard to beat today, Luke, on Budgie Smuggler's grand final day. Yeah,
you can't take anything away from Orange. They've been absolutely outstanding in this matchup as they look to extend the score. Back on the inside to Owens, and siren goes in the background. A formidable effort from from Orange to take the win. Penrith, gallant in defeat. They played well. You can't take anything away from Penrith. They played well. They just came off a better side today.
Yeah, definitely, and you can sort of take those sorts of performances and be happy with that and know that you still got a shot to keep building into finals. And I'm looking forward to watching the Orange Thunder advance further on finals day, Luke. So,
excellent work from the Orange Thunder. Penrith bundled out in the quarters, semis. In the finals, the Budgie Smuggler finals, Penrith bundled out, unfortunately. Although there will be another matchup coming up shortly. I think we have Northern Beaches Renegades against the Hills Hornets in a men's division. So we'll be back shortly. We'll be seeing you in a few minutes' time.